Octavian. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be 30 things that I've learned before I turned 30. I am officially, hit grown woman status. Who am I? What? So weird. But my birthday was on January 15th, 1991. Never forget the date. Such a beautiful day. And I just came back from Florida. It was a much needed time. I needed to kind of recenter myself and just kind of, get clarity and just anytime I am near like water or in nature, I feel like I'm in my truest form. Like I'm literally like myself, but definitely much needed in that regard. But today's video is going to be 30 things I've learned over the 30 years of being on this planet. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so the first thing is when someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. The second thing is quality over quantity. Just because something is cheap or on sale doesn't mean that you should buy it. Factor in where things are made from, where they're coming from, what are the materials that these products are being made with, and how is that contributing, into society. Being more mindful, definitely along my journey has been super beneficial. I no longer just buy things just because they're on sale, or I don't shop at any fast fashion places anymore. It's just not needed. It's something that I learned from and I've grown from it. Third is health is wealth. All right, we've heard this, it's tried and true, health is wealth, but it's so true. Whatever you're ingesting and putting into your body literally affects your physical well-being. Everything is connected, mind, body, and soul. So if you are eating junk, then you're gonna feel like junk, you're gonna have negative thoughts. It's this never-ending cycle. I've definitely learned, junk food is not for me, fast food is not for me. I feel my best when I am eating wholesome, plant-based foods that actually nourish my body. Being able to read ingredient lists, being able to pronounce what's in an item. That's super, super important, and I'm very passionate about those things. Like, food is everything. Like, food is energy. Literally, food is energy. So being mindful of what you put into your body, just do that. The fourth thing, you will meet various different people throughout your life. So some people for a reason, some people a season, or even a lesson. So don't fret if people come in and out of your life, or don't be sad if people fall away, or you're not as close with someone that you once were. It's just about evolving and growing. When you're evolving, you don't stay in the same mindset, mind frame. You keep going for what is bigger and what is better. So that is something that I've learned along my personal journey. People come and go. Reason, season, lessons, embrace it all. Everything has a time and place for it. So definitely keep that in mind. The fifth thing is create the life that you want to live. Now, we live in a time where literally you can do anything that you want to do. Anything that you set your mind to, you can do that. Looking back when I started working, I worked in retail, I did customer service, I've worked in corporate. I feel like I've worked every oddball job out there, but realizing that for me personally, I don't like working for other people. Not in that sense, but not in a company, if that makes sense. I'm meant to be an entrepreneur, self-employed. I like working for myself, and I've actually discovered that literally within the past 3 years of it is possible to work for yourself, even by doing independent contract work while building your own side business. There is If there's a will, there's a way. If you're passionate about something, if you want to do something, just do it. Don't wait. Create the life that you want to live, and you can change your reality. You heard it here first, kids. The sixth thing, all right, so healing is not linear, okay? I don't know who needs to hear this, but shadow work is a bitch. You know, shit's not easy, even for myself. Like, I've been on my own personal spiritual healing journey for a while. Healing is not linear. It doesn't happen overnight. It's an everyday process that you are working with, but I feel like the first thing, like, awareness is key, and knowing how to be more vulnerable for sure. I'm not perfect. Again, it's still, you know, something that I work on daily, every single day that I've learned, but keeping up with it only helps over time. Doing, you know, different workshops or activities through different people, I feel like is very helpful in my own personal evolution, and I highly recommend that for anyone that's on the path of healing. Just keep going. Right. The seventh thing is your mind is powerful. Being mindful of your thoughts is such a huge thing that I feel like is not talked well enough in the mainstream media. I know it is becoming more and more common as people are becoming more aware and awakened. Your thoughts create your reality, guys. You are essentially whatever you're thinking comes into reality. So being mindful of how your thought process is, whether in keeping your emotions in check, to be honest, is the most important thing that you could do. Whatever you focus on grows. Like, heavily it's been underestimated how our mind and thoughts are interconnected, and it often creates our own reality. Number 8, meditation. Ooh, sweet baby meditation. I've had this on and off relationship with meditation. If we're just being honest, I try to make sure I meditate every single day because I notice there is a tremendous difference when I don't meditate. Specifically, if you don't meditate the first thing in the morning, it kind of just starts off your whole day like at a hella 10 versus like, you know, like a 5 or 6, you know what I mean? But when I'm consistent with early morning meditation, first thing in the morning, man, stop playing. The next thing is traveling, specifically traveling solo. Don't listen to anyone when it comes to, you know, traveling alone, being a female. Oftentimes these people that are projecting their fears onto you have never left the country, have never left their state, have never left their own hometown. So having that courage, one, as a woman, as a Black woman, and just being able to, you know, just kind of go with the flow. Your intuition wouldn't set you up for failure. So if you feel called to travel, just go, regardless of who agrees with it or who doesn't. This isn't for them, this is for you. The 10th thing is people will forget what you said, but they'll never forget how you made them feel. Being more mindful of the words that you speak to people and just how you carry your own personal energy, I feel like has been super important for my own evolution. So I always try to make sure any interaction that I'm around, it is a positive, high vibe one. No one likes a negative Nancy. Your vibration is so powerful and it can affect many people. So I'm definitely more mindful of how I share my energy, not only with people, with the world. The 11th thing is you can't fix everyone. Some people can't be helped, and that's okay. The 12th thing is pinpointing narcissism. You start to see patterns with people who have narcissistic traits / codependency, and you start to notice the patterns and how you are infiltrated in it. Also, again, this goes back to being empathetic. We naturally attract narcissists because they feel the need to be in control, you know, wanting to tell you what to do. They like to play the victim. They are never wrong. It's always you that's the one that is wrong, making you on a lower frequency than you already are. And I feel like realizing that and pinpointing that is important. So be mindful of that. We ain't falling for those tactics no more. The 13th thing is the art of letting go. And this could be in regards to literally everything, whether it's people, places, spaces, things. It's okay to let things go. We experience certain things, whether it's for a season, a reason, a lesson. We've all heard the quote before, but it's so true. And being okay to let certain situations go, certain items, certain people go, is only going to help you grow and evolve into your highest self, your best version. It's okay of letting go, and you know, you're not always going to be friends with someone that you know, were since 3rd grade. You're going to be for the people that are there to receive your energy and vice versa. Everything comes full circle. So it's okay to let things go. The 14th thing is follow your guts. Oh my God. Okay, so how many times have we been there and your intuition is like, don't do it. What are you doing? Like, literally, like, what are you doing? And then we do the exact opposite, or you know, it's a tumble effect of like bad shit happening. Please, please, please. Or what I've learned, literally, if you get that inkling, follow that intuition. Follow your inner self, your whole self. It never steers you wrong. It knows exactly what it is to protect you, and it knows what is going to be trouble for you. You know, instead of following our intuition or our gut, we try to use logic for everything, where logic doesn't understand the intuition. Basically unlearning what we've all been, in a sense, brainwashed to believe, is that to use logic over your own gut and your heart and intuition. We've all heard it before, and I know it's so annoying to hear, but it's so true. It knows before I do, you know what I mean? Trust it. The 15th thing, being empathetic, is actually your superpower. We have the ability to literally feel people's energy, auras, vibes, whatever, especially being such a highly sensitive soul. Being able to walk into a room and literally just feel it. And I know it sounds weird, like if you've experienced it yourself, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. For those that haven't, like literally just walking into a room and then you just kind of feel that energy, whether it's negative or positive. We can feel everything. You have the power to feel and understand other people's feelings and emotions. People will automatically just come up to you and just, you know, feel the need to like open up to you and just kind of like dump, not necessarily like dump all their problems, but they just feel so freeing and comfortable in talking with you. That is just, you know, your empathetic superpower. You're able to listen and be an ear and actually might help someone. Definitely, it's a gift. It can be a blessing and a curse, because I'm not gonna lie, you know, sometimes it can be overwhelming with feeling so many, you know, emotions, energies, whatever, but it's definitely something that you adjust and get used to on your journey. The 16th thing, not everyone will understand your path or your journey, and that's okay. Everyone's path is unique. We are all not meant to, you know, go to school, get a job, die. We're so much more than, you know, just paying our bills, and that's just it, you know? You know, your path is gonna be unique for you, and a lot of people aren't gonna understand that. People like to project their own judgments onto you because you're doing something that's out of the norm. You're doing something that they're not used to seeing someone do. Be mindful of that. Just know to stay in your truth and just follow your soul, your path. Your soul, your intuition will never, you know, guide you wrong, and being confident in that and staying true to that will only get better. The 17th thing is there's no specific path to take. you're going to have to create your own way. And this is for all my creatives, artists, Gypsy Souls, free spirits, or entrepreneurs. A lot of people aren't gonna, again, understand your path. They're not gonna understand your mission and what it is that you're meant to do on this planet, realm, whatever. You have to create your own way, whether it is making a YouTube channel or creating this badass app that, you know, helps you identify plants, or anything that seems kind of just out there. You're gonna have to create your own path, because every path isn't linear, every path isn't the same. We are breaking the mold, tapping into who were we before the world influenced us. The 18th thing is the art of unlearning and relearning. Everything that I've been taught essentially has been, you know, a lie. We are unlearning and trying to relearn and remember who we are as souls, people, humans, diaspora, everything, right? And it's just crazy along my journey, and just knowing, like, coming out of public school systems and, you know, colleges. And I'm not saying this is like everyone's experience, but this is just my own personal experience. Like, I had to debunk a lot of things that I learned growing up, you know, breaking that cycle, looking outside of those things and kind of realizing there has to be more than just what we've been told, what we've learned over time. Half the things that we've learned aren't even the real truth or the history. You have to have the courage to go deeper and seek knowledge on your own. And I'm still learning, unlearning, relearning, heavily invested into relearning, you know, my ancestors, my roots, why we have certain practices, why, you know, I feel called to, you know, oracle decks or like astrology, numerology. Why are all these things so connected with my existence? The 19th thing is seek knowledge. Never stop learning, never stop growing. Question everything. And don't be that person that just believes one source because one person said it. Have the courage to look at multiple different sources. Go a little bit deeper than what you're being shown on media. Read articles, read books. Why are certain situations happening every 6 years? Is this plotted? Is it a conspiracy? I truly do believe that we are all students of life. We are in the school of life. It's always going to be ever growing and ever changing. Never lose that curiosity, and just keep knowing your truth, and just keep going, keep growing, and keep learning. The 20th thing is that if you have an interest in something, nurture that. Whether it takes you on a certain path or, you know, like a total different approach, literally encourage that hunger and that spark and just keep going. Like, that can be anything from, you know, like painting, or to, you know, doing your makeup, or it could be crocheting. Like, if you have this interest, like, that came into your mind for a reason. Nourish that, keep going. If it brings you joy, do that thing. The 21st thing is love your body. And I know it can be such a hard thing, especially for us women. We are so hard on ourselves, but it's just hard, just with like society and everything. It's just a never-ending tumble effect and such negativity to body image. But I do feel like over the years it has slowly but surely been changing. We've been changing the narrative of just being comfortable, you know, in our own skin. Like, yes, we have cellulite, yes, we have stretch marks. Being comfortable with what God, source, universe has given you is such a pivotal thing for your existence. Just knowing that you are beautiful in your own divine essence, and being comfortable in your skin. You were put in this body, in this vessel, you know, for a reason, to represent not only your ancestors, but to represent, you know, cultures before you, cultures around the world. So loving your body is a beautiful thing, and it is a never-ending journey. We can beat ourselves up so much, but just knowing that my body is enough. Number 22, be courageous and adventurous. If you have the spontaneous, or to just live outside of the box, do, you know, out of the box things, do that thing. It will never lead you astray. Whether you want to live off the grid, you want to live in a tiny home, if you have that curiosity and the courage to do it, do it. Be more adventurous. If it's within you to do it. What does it feel to fear, and do it anyway? And the 23rd thing is take action. And this is just in regards to anything that you have deep within your soul that you're wanting to do. You're the only person that is holding yourself back, you know, recovering perfectionist here. You just have to take action. Along my journey, I've learned if you can want something, you can have a vision for how you want things to be, but if you don't take the first step, it's never gonna fucking happen. It's never gonna come true. So you have to just do it. Take action. Yeah. The 24th thing is never settle. So I know that's so cliche to say, but girl, you don't have high standards. You know what it is exactly that you're wanting. So if anyone makes it seem that you're crazy or whatever, no, you know yourself, and you know you don't want to settle for anything that's less. This is in regards to jobs, relationships, you know, career, families, whatever. Like, you and your soul and your intuition, you know what is right for you. Regardless of, you know, pressures of media, family, anything of that nature, they are not you. Don't settle, or don't be pressured into feeling like your internal clock is ticking and you need to settle down, or whatever BS narrative that, you know, society or the world has painted for us to be or do. I truly do things happen in its own timing and in its own perfect timing. You're just on a different timeline, hon. You are focusing on your career, you're focusing on building legacies. You are a visionary, right? Just stay true to your path. Number 25, invest in yourself. And that is so cliche. I know we hear it a lot, but it's so true. This could be in regards to career, bettering yourself, going to therapy, any type of self-help or self-care. Invest in yourself. For me, just someone that is, you know, an aspiring entrepreneur, artist, creative, I'm willing to take certain courses, classes that I need to take, just not only to better myself, but to, you know, my aspiring business, to creating content, anything that is going to not only better myself, but my business. I'm willing to invest my dollars into. Invest in yourself, whether it's your health, wealth, business. When you're putting yourself first, only growth comes from that. Only abundance comes from that. Number 26, the 26th thing. It is okay to change your mind. You guys, we are multifaceted beings. We have many, many different interests. I don't know about you, but I have a multitude of different interests. And to try to navigate a career, know that it's okay to try different things. Trial and error is a beautiful thing, and we're only gonna be able to find our soul's purpose, our life mission, if we're willing to try out different fields, different areas, what speaks to us, what calls to you. So just know that that's okay. 27, patience. Oh, that beautiful thing, patience. And I'm not gonna lie, to be honest, it is something that still triggers me and tests me until this day. I'm definitely way better at it now than when I was in my younger years, because, you know, I want something now, I want it my way, this is how I want it, this is my vision. But having patience is key. If anything, if you're one, trying to grow a business, two, just better yourself, you have to have grace with yourself, and it's a work in progress. So having patience. Number 28, don't overanalyze everything. I can be very analytical. Maybe that's also a Capricorn trait. I have a Capricorn stellium. Have grace with yourself and don't overanalyze everything, sis. It ain't that deep. All right, so the 29th thing is face your fears. You are the only thing that is holding you back. Essentially, stop being in your head so much. You have everything that you need. You have all of the resources. You are smart. You are intelligent. Just do it. Feel the fear. Do it anyway. The last and final thing, the 30th thing that I've learned in my 30 years is follow your dreams. You guys, all we have is now. All we have is the time that we have now. We don't know about the future. Anything in the past has already happened. You have to genuinely live life to the fullest. You have to live life to the fullest. Are you legitimately happy about things that you've done, things that you've contributed to society, or just in general? Are you happy? You know, all we have is now. Follow your dreams. You create your reality. And that is such an important reminder that I try to remind myself every single day. Like, I get it. You know, we get caught up in, society. You know, there's so many distractions out there. There's so much negativity out there. So it's easy to get out of frequency, out of vibe. But you have to keep going. All we have is now. You create your reality, and life is literally what you make it. So live your life to the fullest. All right, guys, and that is the 30 things that I've learned in 30 years. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was actually very reflective for me to kind of like make. Like, I literally just sat down and just thought of like everything I've kind of, I guess, overcome this thus far of being on the planet. So truly enjoyed making this video. Let me know if you like this video, so just give it a thumbs up and make sure that you are subscribed and hit that notification bell so you know when I'm coming out with new content. Y'all are going to be the first ones to know. Until next time, I'll see you guys. All right, bye.